So this reading for Miley Cyrus and her new beau, Maxx Morando. So I know that in your comment you did mention Liam. So I will address Liam, but this is a reading first and foremost for Miley and her new man, since she does have a new boyfriend. But I will pull some cards about Liam a little bit later. Okay. Okay, so first thing I see is Miley and her new guy. They have great chemistry together. They've got the Two of Cups. They've got the Four of Wands. So this is a loving relationship. It's a happy home. They get along really well. Something interesting that I see here is that we have the King of Pentacles and King of Wands, and it's in the same line as the Two of Cups. So what this is indicating to me is that they're very matched energetically. And as weird as it sounds, it's like they both are on their masculine wavelength. So I know like there has been, like Miley herself has come out as like pansexual, and I know she's dated women, and so like I think Miley has this masculine side to her that that this man lets her embody that, lets her be herself, lets her be in her masculine. He himself is masculine, but it's just interesting that he's not threatened by it. He's not, doesn't feel that it's any sort of issue in their relationship. So that's why there is such a great connection between the two of them. We also have the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles facing each other. So, and it's in line with the Four of Wands. So this tells me that they have very good communication with each other, especially in the home. So when they are, at home together, it's like things just vibe. They just go together. It just feels right. Like there's no awkwardness or feeling that something isn't right or something like that. Like they mesh very well together in that regard. And I'm getting that like seems from these cards seems to be a very calm person, and he kind of lets her be chaotic and be the one who is on the go all the time and lets her do her thing and doesn't impede her in any way, in the way that she wants to act or even just like run the household or how things work in the household. It's like he just lets her do her thing. Like that's basically what that is. So like for her it works so well because she kind of needs that freedom to be able to kind of just do what she wants to do and not have to, number one, ask anybody. Number two, I think like because I'm getting this from these cards, I feel like that Liam probably was very suppressive to her and was not amenable to her, like almost just living like the way that she wanted to live, like when it comes to the house. So I think like it's one of those things where I think we all have like our own ways that we like to live in our own house. Like there's some people that, like for instance, like I like a lot of times to just lounge and just enjoy my house and watch TV and you know, just relax in my house. That's what I like to do. But like my best friend, she is very much like go all the time, and she is constantly cleaning her house and doing the chores and making sure, you know, she food preps, and you know, like she's just like one after the other getting things done, whereas I'm kind of like a little bit of a procrastinator. I'm like, I'll do it later, you know. I'm just not of that mindset. So it's one of those things where I think her and Liam clashed in that regard, whereas like just in the way that they were living in their house, it was a clash. And now she's with somebody who doesn't mind what she likes to do, doesn't have any issues, and it actually prefers it the way that she likes it. So so that's a really good scenario for her. Now, the only friction I see here is like, it does seem to me that they have probably talked about marriage, and there is some sort of disagreement when it comes to marriage with them. So it's kind of prevented them from getting to that stage of being engaged. So I do kind of feel like he probably wants to get married, and she is probably not so sold on it because, number one, she had that marriage breakdown with Liam, so I think she might have some issues with that. Also, she comes from a broken family, so, you know, her parents are divorced, so I think there's just a lot of trepidation there for her. I think she is a little skeptical of marriage and skeptical of it lasting. But what's interesting is that it hasn't, like, her aversion to it has not broken them up and has not changed his feelings for her. So, so I do see that it could be possible in the future that they might get engaged and get married. He's willing to wait, for sure, from these cards. Willing to wait, no problems. So I think it could happen in the future. It's just going to take a while for her to get comfortable, to feel like he's not going to go anywhere, that getting married wouldn't change their relationship at all. That's a huge one for her. I also just got something about one of the things that makes them compatible is, this is a weird little thing that I just got, but I'm getting that he likes like odd pets, just like she does. Like that is something that is like a big thing. So like odd pets, you know, like weird birds or snakes or goats or sheep or pigs, you know, like weird pets. He's into it, which I feel like probably Liam was not into it. So I think that's another thing that bonds them together, that they both enjoy. Also just got, they both love bonfires. So that could be a big thing for them, like loving sitting out back and lighting a fire and like chatting by the fire. Something like that. It's right up their alley from what I'm getting from these cards. Also, I'm just getting that I think that they both like living on like a big piece of land that's most likely like in the mountains or near mountains. yeah, preferring that over like being by the beach or something like that. Yeah. So moving on, I'm going to do the romance cards. So, so these cards are really interesting to me. So first things is that I am getting that she's probably working on another album, probably currently. I believe the new album is probably going to be about her finding like love for herself. That's going to be a huge one in the new album. And I think like she's already kind of touched on it with her latest single, which was the one about how she used to be young. Like there's some lines in that song that kind of touch on that, where she's talking about how she used to be, you know, partying, and now people are, I guess, calling her, you know, lame or something, and she's like, but I just used to be young and now I'm like older. And you know, that happens as you get older. You start to like choose yourself, and when you choose yourself and you love yourself more, you want to take care of yourself more, and you don't want to harm your body. You want some longevity, and so it just makes sense to me that this would be her focus, is loving herself. I do see that like she would have retreated from the public eye for a while, which is what you could probably say that's what she's doing right now, because she hasn't really been in the news very much. And while she, you know, went into this mode, you know, I think she really called in her soulmate with Maxx, because as you can see, they have a lot of chemistry together. Now, what's interesting here says pay attention to the red flags. And to me, I think that this is referencing this over here, which is just that I think she needs to pay attention to her own feelings towards marriage, and just try to work through them, because down here we have, it is safe for you to love, forgiving and learning, and healing family issues. So I think it's this whole row is referring to this, because and referring to, you know, her aversion to marriage, because I think she felt very betrayed and insecure after what happened with Liam. And I think she feels, you know, a real issue with coming from a broken family, and, you know, they've had some weird dramas, like her mother, I think it was like her mother married her sister's boyfriend or something. Like there's, you know, she just has had like weird family issues. So it makes sense to me, like why that would be like a red flag in her. But because we have the forgiving and learning in between both of those, like to me that's saying that she needs to try to forgive the family issues and learn from them, and the same for what happened with Liam, because, you know, it's like you're young, you don't really know what it takes to be married, especially when the careers that they have, you know, it's so difficult that, you know, they get pulled in 1,000 different directions at all times, and the spotlight is on you, everybody's talking about you, like I am right now, right? It's like, it's hard, you know. So I think that's probably another reason why there's such great chemistry with Maxx, because he's not, I don't get from the cards at all that he seeks the spotlight. Like he would rather her be in the spotlight and, you know, and support her fully, you know, but, and I mean, yes, he is a musician, but he's not, you know, a super famous person. I even had to look up his name because I didn't even know it. So that's what I'm saying, is that I think it works well for her because he is so different. So she just needs to pay attention to her own red flags and do this healing work so that she can forgive and learn from her past and move into her future, and maybe not, you know, be so averted to getting married, because I do feel like Maxx is a really good match for her. And, you know, the only thing that, you know, shows me that it could happen, that they could get married. I mean, obviously this, we have the Hierophant here, but we've got this card of retreat, and, you know, she's in a wedding dress and he's in a tux. So to me, I would say if they did get married in the future, I would bet probably nobody in the press would even know about it. Or you'd find out that, like, they've been married for years, you know, before anybody would find out, because, you know, because this is on the retreat card. So that is showing to me, like, she would not make it a spectacle the second time around, because she values privacy much more. She values the, you know, just the relationship itself. So, and I think, like, when you decline from public life or everybody knowing your business, I think that is a form of self-love. So for her, I think it would, like, her, if she did get married to him and keeping it a secret, or at least just, like, not sharing photos of the wedding like she did with Liam, or, you know, like, whatever it may be. I think it's just, like, for her, that is her form of growing up and, you know, moving on from this person that she used to be. So I did pull some Venus cards for the two of them. I only got 3 this time. So the first one is the thought of you know, going down on me. So that's interesting. You're irresistible, and black lingerie. So to me, obviously, he probably likes it when she wears some lingerie for him. Obviously, I think they both find each other irresistible. And, you know, they must both love oral. And so, yeah, I think they have a healthy sex life from that. And like I promised, I said I would pull some cards about Liam. So I will ask the cards, what's going on in Liam's life right now, I guess. Well, I mean, I definitely see him being super involved with his career right now. Seems to me like he is probably working on a new project. He's probably being offered a lot of different projects and not accepting all of them. Maybe focusing on just one project right now. There could be something about a baby. So I don't know. I don't even know if he's dating anybody right now, or if he's still with that model girl. But there could be something about a baby, so I don't know if he might get somebody pregnant. Let's ask the cards. How does Liam feel about Miley right now? Well, you know what's so interesting about this? Because I've done a previous reading on them. Well, I've done multiple, but I do remember something about their divorce, like him getting money from her. And this shows me, like, he's very pleased that he got a settlement or something from her. So interesting. He does think of it as a loss, though. Like, not the money, but he's upset that he lost her. That, like, they're not in each other's lives anymore. I do feel like they don't talk anymore. And I will bet money, I mean, there's no way I'd ever find this out, but I would bet money that he's probably texted her since the divorce, and she's left him on red. And it hurt him a lot. It's like he's upset that he doesn't have the same pull with her as he used to. Like, she's moved on, she's grown, she's like, I'm over you, and he's hurt, he's devastated. And it's not for good intentions. Like, to me, he's kind of like a player type or something, you know? It's like he doesn't have good intentions. I'll ask the cards, how does Miley feel about Liam right now? Yeah, I mean, it's like very similar. She's finally okay. Like, she's finally feels like, number one, she feels finally free to, like, walk away from him completely. Like, she has let him go. Also, like, she finally got to a place where she feels like herself again. Like, she feels balanced in herself. And this is so interesting. Like, it's like she feels she can step back into who she is, and who she is like somebody who is so expressive and needing to express her emotions and how she feels. And I get the feeling like she never could do that really with Liam, because he would suppress her so much. So it's like she finally feels like she can step back into her emotions and feel again. So that's so interesting to me. And then the other thing is, like, I think she just sees that he has a lot of opportunities in his career and stuff, and oddly, I think she's happy for him for that. Like, she's just like, good for you. I moved on, but cool, good for you. I'll ask the cards I want to know, will they ever speak again? I think that he might continue to try to reach out to her. I don't think she's gonna respond to him for a very long time. But what's interesting is that I do see that at some point in the future, she might throw him a breadcrumb, you know, and be like, "Oh, hey, how you doing? I'm good. How are you?" Like, but there's no love there. Like, there's no feeling there. It's just like, I'll appease you, but I just got this. This is interesting. It might come after she has her first child, or if she gets pregnant, or, you know, like, either when she's pregnant or after she has her first child. And he might, like, send her something saying, like, congratulations. And she might say, like, oh, thanks. And, like, that's it. That'll be, like, the end of that, but that's what I just got. Very interesting. I'll ask the cards, but I'm getting, like, that they are never getting back together, but I'll say, will they ever get back together? No, no. They will be a fond memory for each other, because it's like puppy love. It's like their first love. So I think like there will always be that like that feeling for each other, just that like, oh, you were my first love, like how sweet. But I see them moving on, getting, you know, great success in their careers. She will always be a little bit like a ghost, though, haunting him. Because in a weird way, like, he will always hold on to her in some capacity. Whatever it is, like, she had an effect on him. And so he will probably always, like, hold a little bit of a torch for her. I think that's why he, like, will continue to try to, like, reach out to her and stuff. But yeah, I mean, I think, I mean, these cards are not specifically saying it, but I see they're going to be happy and successful in their lives without each other. So that would lead me to believe that they're probably going to marry other people and have children with other people. And I find it so interesting that this card came with this woman holding a bird. So she's going to, like, in some way, I think in the future have like a menagerie. Like, she's going to have, like, all these animals. And it's going to be, like, the exact opposite of what he likes, you know? It's, like, she's going to, like, be living with all these, like, animals and stuff. But she's going to be happy because that's what she likes. I guess I'll ask, is Maxx going to be the father of her children? Or at least a child? Oh, this is so cute. It's showing me that that's her wish. She wishes that he will be the father of her children, so very well could be him. And, you know, we have the celebration card here, so to me, it's very possible that they could get pregnant. So yeah, so I think that's all I have. So I hope you like this. You know, and it's interesting to me also that I know in a past reading I kept getting that that Miley was going to end up with somebody who kind of like has a strange look to them and stuff, and I kind of feel like Maxx does have that. Like, he's got like this wild hair, and he's really like not her typical type, you know, like past guys she's dated. So to me, I think I got that one on the nose. But yeah, so that's the reading. Hope you liked it, and let me know if you'd like any other celebrities or any other videos, topics or anything like that. All right, thank you. Bye.